There are different types of seals that are from different eras at Disney. Now I'm specifically talking Disney here, and different rules apply for different studios, but let's talk about specifically Disney. Courvoisier has a little WDP in the corner. It generally has a little certificate from Courvoisier on the back. That's not the end of the world if you don't get that, but there are some Courvoisier setups. They are called that, but there are people who are creating them because they got the license to do so, new, which some people don't have a problem with that. We personally don't sell those. I want mine to be really old. When it's old, I want it to be really old. So I want the mat to be old. I want the background to be from when it was released. That's really important to me. There are people out there that are taking pieces of artwork from Courvoisier setups and cutting them apart and then putting them on different backgrounds and still calling them Courvoisier setups because originally they were. Well, some could argue that that's the case. Me, I need my piece to be in the original condition that's been like that the whole time. So that's something you want to ask about. That's why knowing the provenance really helps in terms of the history of your piece. Has it been restored? What kind of seal does it have on it? Even if it's just a little WDP in the corner, or for a Disneyland mat setup, which is the stuff from the 50s, it would be trimmed down and have like a little gold seal in the back. From more recent art, there are several different seals that you would find through when Disney was actually releasing the artwork themselves through their own art program. Those are things you want to ask. Has it been laminated? Some art from Disney was laminated. You really don't necessarily want art that's been laminated unless it's a character that is something you've really been looking for. Robin Hood is laminated for the most part, and a lot of them are in perfectly fine condition. There's no problem with them at all, but if it's got any bubbling in it, that's going to be a problem long term probably. So that's something you want to make sure you know the answer to. And then, wait when you're thinking about buying the art, wait to have that feeling. You know when you absolutely have to have it. Don't let a gallery tell you it's the last one, you have to get it, it's really rare. Well, when it comes to animation art, everything is rare. If it's one of a kind, there's only one, right? So, there's only so many dollars on the planet for you to spend on what you're doing, and eventually your whole house is going to be filled with art. So don't let someone else talk you into something when you are not getting that absolutely bubbly, excited, oh my God, I have to have it feeling, because there are pieces you're going to have that feeling about. I mean, there's definitely art that just gets you really, really excited. And the whole art form, the whole genre is really exciting. So there's definitely going to be that feeling from it, but there is rarer art even within this context. Also, when it comes to animation art, you're going to want to find, if it's a production cell, find that moment in the movie or ask your gallery if they've looked for it, because just because it's considered production art doesn't mean it went under the camera. And sometimes it doesn't matter. There are certain scenes that were cut, like for example, Roger Rabbit has a whole section with Jessica where she's I think putting a garter belt on. It's very sexy. Shows her whole leg. It's just really, really a cool scene. So that's really neat, but it's not in the finished movie. So it's still really desirable. It's still really cool. I mean, a lot of people would really want that, but that's a question you want to ask. And it's a question you want to ask yourself, because does it matter to you? There's a soup scene from Snow White that was cut from the movie, but everybody's looking for that scene. So that's something else, With concept art, sometimes there's sections of movies that didn't make it to the finished product, but it's really beautiful art and very interesting, and some people, that's all they collect. So those are just a few things that you want to ask. Now, when it comes to asking if you can have some time to think about it, sometimes I have collectors that I've been trying to talk into selling me art to sell my clients, because I have a whole long list of things that people are looking for that they finally decide that they're willing to sell. And the minute they decide that they're willing to sell it, they'll sell it to anybody in a red hot second. Now, I tend to buy that stuff outright because I don't want that. That would bum me out. And I usually have 3 or 4 people on a list of, say, Dumbo from the end of the movie. I have a million people who want that, so that's something that I would probably buy outright. But some pieces they've only been in one place. The family really, really loves it. It's taken them a long time to decide to sell it. And this particular moment in time, a lot of people are selling things, so it's a really, really good time to buy because there's a lot of artwork that I haven't seen available in a really long time. So it's an exciting time to be buying the art. So some of those people, they really do, when I get something and it's on my list and you've told me that you want it, then I do need a decision fairly quickly, but we'll have, hopefully, whether it's me or a gallery that you're working with, you'll have talked about what you're supposed to be looking for and all of the bells and whistles that should be in evidence for a particular piece that you're looking for before they even find it for you. So you'll probably already know you definitely want it right in that minute. But for the most part, you're going to want to be able to have at least 24 hours to think about it. And if somebody's pressuring you to buy it, then that's probably something that you might want to look at in terms of the person that you're doing business with. So hopefully you're all going to find the perfect partner for you in terms of finding the artwork that you're looking for. Take a moment, breathe, relax. Even if you lose a couple of pieces not being there at the right place at the right time, you will put together a really wonderful collection in the long term. High pressure is not good in this business because this is something a type of art that you want to only feel good about from the moment you see it to the moment you get it home. Every day that you wake up and you see it in your house should bring you a smile. So hopefully this is going to help you to do that. If you have any questions or comments, give me a call or email me and let me know. Thanks and good luck.